Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. This was supposed to be a very different video. So today is the last day of VEDA. And this is supposed to be a very, very different video. I had pre-recorded a recommendation video for everyone and was happy to, get that done. But if you have been following me on any other social media platform, you would know that I got fired yesterday. And it sort of came out of nowhere, but at the same time, it rocked my world. And yesterday, with the help of so many of you guys that I have become friends with in the book community, you guys allowed me to really de-stress and start to get these toxins that have been building in my body, in my blood, in my person for like the last 3 months. And I thought it was going to be okay today, but obviously it's not. I think, wow. Coming down here to film this is, I guess, taking even more of a toll. It's 4:26 in the morning. I'm up. I've been up for like the last 30 minutes. I tossed and turned from like 3:30. I couldn't fall asleep last night because everything just kept rolling through my brain. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you thought you were gonna come and get books, the only books I'll be talking about are the book people that, in particular, my friend Christy. She's an author, and she really helped me vent out a lot of my feelings last night, so I wanted to send her a huge shout out and thank you. Then there were so many more of you over on Twitter, and my friend Bree. She got the initial reaction to being fired. So, whew, wow, I don't even know how I'll make it through this video. I guess I should give you guys the backstory if you don't know and you haven't been watching the channel to know what's going on. So, back in February, I got this job where I was going to be the admin specialist for this small ass company. They make signs, so the signs that you see on the sides of the road where new communities are coming in and things like that, they make those signs and they install them. They have a crew that installs them, and I was part of the admin portion of that, where the crews would go out and they would do installation, and then they would bring their paperwork back, and I would process that paperwork so that it could be billed. This job very much was under my experience, under my qualifications. I mean, I have a bachelor's and a master's in pretty difficult, jobs. Bachelor's in Homeland Security and a master's in security management. So there's that. And then I have 20 years of federal service in admin, in security, in law enforcement, a combination of all of those different career sets. So for me to take this job was a huge step down. It was an hourly job, and when I tried to negotiate more money for that hourly, it was, oh, we will reevaluate it in 90 days. Okay, not a problem. I just kind of needed a paycheck to come in. So I took the job. There were some difficulties because the person that I ended up taking the job from, because that person ended up leaving a week after I got there, wasn't necessarily doing the job up to 100%. So there was a complaint about that. And she didn't teach me how to do the job at all whatsoever. So that was very interesting. So I was learning on the fly. 4 weeks into it, I'm learning the job. I'm getting it all, mapped out so that we could be the most efficient, getting the information that they needed. Now I'm a alpha personality. I'm gonna take charge if I see something that needs to be taken care of. If I see something that needs to be changed or improved upon, I'm gonna throw out those suggestions and make it happen. Well, they had just hired a new director for the installation team that I was supposed to be working with. He was a fucking idiot. A fucking idiot. The man can barely use a goddamn computer. To the point, in one instant, he didn't know how to change the font size because he had fat fingered something, and he all of a sudden had teeny tiny fonts on his computer. He was a constant person that if he didn't want to do something, it was, Stephanie, can you look for this for me? Stephanie, look for this for me. Dude, you're the fucking director. You have a computer just like I have a computer. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and find that shit. Well, initially I was sitting downstairs in this little room with them. This is before COVID-19 hit. So it was a huge drag down, knockdown, not getting my work done, which hindered other people in other departments from getting their work done. And it was a constant, oh, is he making you write his emails? Is he, what is the holdup on why we're not getting the paperwork that we need? Well, I have someone that continues to turn around and ask me simple fucking questions. And a month into it, yeah, I'm fucking annoyed by it. So my temper is a little shortened. My patience has run thin because I have pretty good patience. I mean, being in law enforcement for over 20 years, my communication skills are pretty much there to talk things through before acting. But when you can't get a straight answer from one manager because they don't want to give the truth of the matter, and then you have another supervisor who's above the manager and you, that doesn't know how to do anything, your patience runs short really quickly. And that's exactly what happened. So they hire someone else to sort of work between the department that I was in, as well as a department called compliance, which is these people that call Miss Utility and have them mark things. Okay, this person happens to be an old white lady, half British, half American, according to her. She's fucking ridiculous because everything that you did, she's done one better, and she just knows more because she's 60. She's already getting her retirement from the British government, and she's lived here, she's lived Bali, she's lived in this country and that country and every country you can think of. She's spent time in, and she's just a knower of knower of knower. So then COVID-19 hits. Thank the Lord, because social distancing needed to happen. the supervisor, the fucking idiot, is a dirty motherfucker. Yes, I just said that. If you've watched any of my videos, you know what I'm talking about. He has a hygiene issue, and he doesn't know how to talk to people, but I'm the one that has a communication issue, and my communication style started to rub people the wrong way. Him specifically. I'd say about a month and a half ago, him and our HR person have this sort of meeting with us because it came to sort of this boiling point where he thought I was talking rude to the manager. This is the manager that likes to run a story around in a circle and, what have you. Not give an answer to a damn question. Gotta give a 25-minute story for a 2-minute answer. Whew. So he talks, comes out, he's afraid of me. He doesn't feel that he could come to me and ask me something without me giving him attitude. And I'm like, dude, you asked me the simplest of questions, things that you could figure out yourself. But did the meeting play out like that? No, the meeting didn't play out like that. The meeting talked about 2 things that were just like procedural things that he wanted to change. And I was like, okay, whatever. Fine, I will do it your way. It's dumb, but I'm going to do it your way. Okay. So then back to this white chick, this white old lady that got hired. She terrorized the compliance section with eating, creating bugs into their office. So then COVID-19 hits and we're doing social distancing. Myself, another person, and her get moved up into the conference room on the 2nd floor. And I'm like, okay, she's eating. Whatever. But she a nasty bitch, too. And I see how they get along. And during this time, during that whole introduction of COVID-19 and trying to do social distancing, we've been deemed an essential work or essential job because when COVID-19 first hit, the communities that we install for needed signs to say that, if you've, the different questions and please wash your hands and all this other stuff. So they use that loophole here in the state of Virginia to be considered essential. Well, mind you, this is about a month and a half into my working there. I have figured out that they are pretty borderline racist, especially the supervisor. When COVID-19 first hit and the NCAA was starting to shut down everything and cancel everything, his son had made nationals in the NCAA wrestling championship and everything like that. And he got the email saying they were going to cancel, or they canceled it. He throws his phone. He calls every minority you can possibly think of a motherfucker. And went on a bit of a rant about the Chinese and how they need to go back to their own country. And they brought this here. It's because they're dirty. And things like that. Well, right after that happened, he also had the audacity to call one of our Hispanic Pacific Islander freaking installers a motherfucker behind his back because he didn't do something. So I went to HR and was like, I feel like he is 1 or 2 steps away from using an actual racial slur. I'm not feeling comfortable with this. Not feeling comfortable with this at all. Oh, well, we'll have a talk with him. We're discussing that. We understand that there's issues and he has problems and, he's rough around the edges. He's rough around the edges and he's learning how to be a manager. Wait. Back the train up, boo. You owned a company, but that company went under, so now you made a deal with this company to work for them and for them to purchase some stuff for you. And now you have this fancy director title and you have no clue what you're doing. At your old job, you were the boss, and now all of a sudden you have to work for someone else. But you have people that are working for you that aren't going to take the whole, I'm just going to run around with my chicken like a chicken with my head cut off, and I'm here for your every whim. This girl right here. I'm not doing that. No. You have a set job. You're supposed to be overseeing everything, but at the same time, you should have the knowledge and capability if you need to answer a question, which he had to answer a lot of questions all the time because he gave false answers. He would give vague answers instead of answering the question right on. No matter if the answer is positive or negative, or it's going to be seen positive or negative, you just give the damn answer with as much specifics as you possibly can. But no, he didn't do that. So, get to deal with all of this for the last almost 3 months. Last week, it completely blew up when supervisor calls white lady, who, by the way, has now pretty much taken over half of my work because she had been running back and forth to the COO and the accounting person, stating that I wasn't doing my job properly, that I was milking my job, that I was taking my time in my job, that I supposedly refused to do filing, which is something that, everyone in the company was supposed to be doing, that he calls her, tells her to tell me to print out this report because he's going to be on the road, and for her to go over it with another manager. She supposedly asked me for this report, and according to her, I threw things and I just flat out refused. The reality of the situation is I was fed up with the fact that supervisor is calling white lady instead of calling me directly. I don't work for her, and boo, I need you to get out of his ass. During this time as well, we were up on the second floor. He sat below us. He would take a stick and beat on the roof, on the ceiling, to let her know to come downstairs, that he needed something for her. And this occurred multiple times during the day, and she would go running. No, it's disrespectful, it's rude. Everyone else in that office, to include one day she was out doing filing, HR was standing in there, and he decided to pound on the floor. I ignored him, and she was like, "What was that?" "Oh, that's the supervisor calling for the white lady to come downstairs because he needs something." Oh, that's unacceptable. So we have all this piling up on this supervisor. But the supervisor calls the white lady. I supposedly threw something. I had it out with the white lady last week. I got talked to on Monday by a calming, more open-minded director about the situation, and got told that it's getting said that I was milking the job, that I absolutely refused to go do filing, that I just flat out was like, nope, I ain't doing it. And I'm like, really? Really? And he's like, no, I didn't think that. I was like, I would love to know who actually said it, but nobody can say who actually said it. Oh, I just heard it in third party passing. Really? Third party passing? Okay. And then when I flat out asked him the question of, is she getting talked to the way that I'm getting talked to? Well, no. Really? Because then now this feels real racial. You all of a sudden, COO, accounting person, because they're married. I forgot that part of the story. But you would know that part of the story had you watched some of my other videos. So, COO and accounting person, married, mother-in-law of the two of them works in accounting as well. All of them supposedly are saying I've become aggressive and I can't be worked with. All because the white lady has decided that that's how it is. Okay. But she didn't get a talking to like I did. Okay. So that was weighing on me. So on Tuesday I went in and was like to the HR person and was like, this is feeling very racial. All of a sudden, a month and a half, I have no issues except for the fact that the supervisor's scared of me because I got tired of his dumbass questions, because there are stupid questions and there's a ridiculous way to dictate to employees instead of letting them do their job, because you don't want to do your job, because you don't know how to do your job. So yeah, that's been my week. So then we have a big, huge blow up yesterday morning. Huge blow up. Because one of the jobs is a huge, thick job. It had like 20 items that needed to be closed out and, taken care of and things like that. Our dispatch person comes up, brings it back to her, and is like, well, they say to just go ahead and close it. She goes, yeah, no, I'm not doing that because it's not written on the back here like it's supposed to be, and either the supervisor or the manager needs to write that in because I'm not going to do it. Wait. Boo-boo, you're not going to do it, but this is what you wanted. This is the job that you're trying to take over. These are the things you're taking from me. I've been saying that for, I don't know, the 3 months that I've been there. So I let that go on for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I noticed that I have my handwriting on there, and she decides she wants to talk about, there's nothing else that was written in the system that we use. The only thing that's written in there is the things that I typed in there. So I don't know how it got through. Well, first of all, boo-boo, it didn't get through to billing initially. It went back out on the road so that they could complete the job. So that then you could process it after it was complete. So I snag it from our dispatcher. And I go downstairs and I ask the manager for the documents that she told him, white lady, told him the manager, he could throw away. We don't need those. Those are just copies of the stuff that's already in there. Well, boo-boo, if you had looked at it, you would have seen that this big, thick packet of documents that you were just about to throw away was the evidence and proof that the installers had already installed that shit. But you were going to throw that away because it's duplicates. Yes, it's duplicates, but you take out the other stuff that doesn't have the installation handwriting on it, and you insert the things that do have the installation handwriting. But I was wrong. I was wrong. So she's standing about as close as we are in camera. And I'm like, see right here? This is the reason you put this into the packet. No, that's not how it's done. That's not how accounting and the mother-in-law want it done. What? This is how we've been doing it. And you could just write done on it. And really? It has dates on it. That's what the line-by-line verification is for. What? Boo! Boo! Now all of a sudden we're changing processes because you say so. So I'm going to go talk to and explain what's going on. I'm heated. Thank goodness the other director that wisely was my calming mentor, that because of all of the situation, he had become this person that was a sounding board that could understand the dynamics of this racist place, as well as be able to calm me down to a point where I could clearly go in and, state my side of the case. So I go over and I'm like, hey, when we have these big, thick packets, sometimes the installers just write on the actual picture and then we transpose it, right? Oh, is this the same thing that the white lady just came in here talking about? And I'm like, okay, well, it just needs to, the head guy likes to see handwritten on the back. Yeah, I know. I got you. I will write it in there and, we will take care of that. Take that back. Go upstairs. Do my job. White lady comes in all fired up. Fuck you. You need to stay out of my fucking business. Stop putting your little nose in my fucking business. And whatever else she fucking said. And I'm like, okay, whatever, white lady. Okay. Your days are numbered here. And I'm like, okay, white lady. Okay. So I'm calming myself. And I'm getting my work done. She comes back and is like, oh, you got anything else for me to do? And I'm like, no, white lady, go away. No, I ain't got nothing else for you. I'm going to do my half of my work and then I'm going to go turn it in. Just go away. Just no. I actually only said no. But that's what was thinking in my head. All that. I'm going to need you to get away from me. Just go. Whew. So, get all that work done. Still pissed off. End of the day, work's already done. Walking out. HR stops me and is like, hey, such and such wants to talk to you. COO wants to talk to you. Okay. Go in. Sit down. Makes a joke. Oh, ha 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 ha. No. What do you want to say? I don't think it's working out. Skirt! Skirt! I jump out my seat and I'm like, you're firing me? You're firing me. And he's like, well, with that sort of attitude right there, why, yes, we are. And I'm like, so I sit back down. Let him say his piece. You appear to be wanting to do a good job and, things like that. And, You know, it's not that, but this talk should have happened last week. And I'm thinking to myself, you mean last week after little Miss White Lady ran down and talked to supervisor about how supposedly I threw something in an argument that didn't happen, and because your supervisor doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and she runs and kisses his ass at every single moment? Really? Okay. So then, as gasoline to the fire, well, you know, it's not your work style or your work ethic. You get the job done, but it's a communication thing and a personality thing. So yeah, if you need a letter of reference, I'll be more than happy to give it. No, you can take that letter of reference and you can keep it, because I don't need anything from you, because this is very racial. Well, no. Why would you even think about playing that card? I'm playing that card because you have a white lady that has come in and decided that I'm doing everything wrong. The first 4 weeks of me being here, I was doing a great job, except for the fact that your supervisor didn't know what he was doing, and it started to boil up. So then the white lady comes in kissing his ass, and all of a sudden you have to side with the supervisor? Come on, no. I'm gonna need you to see the light in this. See the light in this. Obviously not, because you're just as fucking racist as he is. Okay. Not a problem. So, got through that, got my shit, went home, got to vent to my friend Bree. Thank you again, because I was so heated. Came home, was completely in a state, vented to Twitter, vented to IG, got conversations going, started to feel like I was purging all of that, but then couldn't fall asleep because it was still running through my mind, and I'm up super early doing this video for you guys. So you probably haven't stayed this long, but VEDA was amazing, and I appreciate all of you that stuck through this video, that also watched all of my videos for VEDA. If you ever get a, little twist or tingle up and you need a little bit of me, I have a VEDA playlist. I will link it down below, and so you guys can go check that out. I have done VEDA for the last 3 years. Crazy. So for the last 3 years, I have done VEDA, which is video every day, in April. And this is the 2nd year that I have completed every single day. Last year was way more extensive. I did IG polls and things like that, and it was great. It was absolutely exhausting, but even with the lack of prep that I did this year, it has still been an amazing experience. And I got monetized in the beginning of VEDA, and that was fabulous. So I've been building that. You guys have been noticing that you're seeing ads, and that's because you guys are watching my videos and I'm getting some airtime. So I so appreciate you guys as an audience. I appreciate you guys as a sounding board. I love hearing that you guys are getting recs that you end up loving, and finding authors that you didn't know to read, and I mean, this was cathartic, and I appreciate it. So if you found any, I hope I didn't anger too many people with this story. I hope that too many people aren't angry for me. Please, I mean, if you are, reach out and we can talk through it, because it's gonna be better. It's gonna get better. It just has to. I mean, Whew, yeah, yeah. Last year sucked right around this time. This year sucks right around this time. I'm starting to think that April is just not my month, even though my baby is born in this month. My brother is born in this month, and yeah, it just April's turning out. Aprils are just not my friend, but that's okay. It is okay. Whew. Alrighty, so long-winded video. Like I said, if you're getting to this point and you're still watching, thank you. I greatly appreciate you. So the content that I was supposed to put up today, I will put up in May. I will be back to my regular scheduled one video during the week. Actually, it might be more. I might go back to my two videos per week, and then of course my Sunday weekly book review will remain, and you know, all that jazz, because I'll be looking for a new job and I will be reading again. Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll be binge watching all the shows that I have missed, because yeah, I've missed a lot of shows. A lot. I need to get caught up on all my shows again. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, I guess give it a thumbs up, or a thumbs up for support. Either way, give it a thumbs up. It's interaction. If you didn't like the video, you can give me a thumbs down. This video is probably going to be one of those that I really don't care if it goes this way or that way when it comes to the thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs ups. They are supportive. Note. There is a feedback form down in the description box, so you guys can help me improve my channel. There is a recommendation form down there, so you guys can recommend books to me. You need the title of the book, the name of the author, the genre in which you think it falls under, and then if you leave your name and I read it, I will shout you out in the video that I do the review for. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.